Hi, welcome to our podcast.
Hello, welcome to our podcast, guys.
Come, Joe.
This is Clarity Hub 360.
Welcome.
Hi, everyone. You're welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Clarity Hub 360. Now, before we go further into the juicy details and information that we have in store for you, please kindly like, comment, and hit the notification button, and also please subscribe too. We would love to connect with you there. Right, now back to the, what are we saying?
Conversation.
Back to the conversation. No, don't do that. I don't like that. But well, back to the conversation. The relatable topic we have for you all today is finding yourself in a noisy world.
Yeah, right.
Now, B to the A to the B-E. About the topic, finding yourself in a noisy world.
Yes.
You know, in this time and era, we have a lot of noise. Social media, the news, we have even traumas that are laid inside of us that we've seen failed patterns before. And so the voice of self-sabotage is inside of you, telling you things that you cannot do. And then there is the social media platform telling you also the way you should be, defining who you should be. Now, in this whole thing, what would you first of all say that this topic is addressing?
All right, thank you very much. And before I answer that question, I would still like to give a background to what you said about noise, right? There are various factors that create that noise, like you rightly said. Social media is one of them. The voice of society is one of them. Community, family, and you rightly said the voice of self-sabotage based on patterns of your experience, of failures you have seen probably in yourself or someone close to you out there that keeps telling you are not good enough, you don't have what it takes, you don't have the right voice, you don't have the right ideas. So all that kind of drown that inner voice inside you that is original, that is unique, that is authentic. So going back to your question, who is this conversation for? It's for that young person still trying to find themselves in this world, trying to find their identity, to be able to be authentic, unique, and bold about it. Because it's one thing for you to know what you have, the substance, and be bold to put it out there. And then secondly, it's for that person that probably has even found themselves and have begun to engage, but along the line they've been burnt, they've been scarred, they've been marred by one experience or the other that has made them retreat, and they are afraid to further engage, or they're at that point where they feel stuck, they feel confused, in that limbo of thinking, am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right path? Do you understand? So that's what this conversation is for. And then probably even for that person that has built their career over the years, right? And then they've come to this place where they feel there's nothing more to attain. They feel they have gotten to the hallmark of what they can do, or they feel left behind because a new culture, a new wave has come, and it feels like their time is gone. I'm talking about people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, right? 70s. This conversation is to help them reconnect with that inner child they have inside them. As long as you are breathing, you still have something to offer. You still have something this world needs dearly. And that is what I am trusting that we can uncover and unpack today as we share.
Awesome. Okay, so now as you were speaking, you made mention of people who had attained even old age, and still built a career and just paused and realized that this thing. Now, how would you define your voice? How would you define your voice? Like, for example, the examples you gave, all the different cadres of what you gave for the people that are in different people's different situations. How would you tell them? Because now they are looking at you, you're listening to this podcast, and they're trying to understand, okay, so now where I'm at, I don't think this is my voice. I don't think I'm okay in this. But what is the next thing? How can I identify my voice? So what would you tell them?
All right. So finding yourself, finding your voice, right? First of all, the best way to know something is to know what it's not. right? So first thing is, what are the things that are not my voice? What are the things that are not me? Because we're talking about decluttering the noise. You have to declutter to now know what's left, right? To now be able to utilize what you have. So what's not my voice? Your voice is not a photocopy. Your voice is not a bandwagon effect of what everybody is doing. Most times, your voice is found on a lonely part that is unexplored, that is on an uncharted territory, or a familiar territory that you take for granted. I feel it comes too easy to me, right? So to your question, specifically answering your question, is for that person that has done a lot in their life and their career, and they feel drowned, that do I still have something to offer in a world of new voices, in a world of new faces? Can I still have something that I can do? One of the people that stands clearly is that I would like to refer to, that I think has been able to typify what I want to say, is Ibukwan Woshika. We have seen her transition from the various aspects of her life. She started as a furniture maker, right? And she grew a furniture business. From that furniture business, she transitioned into the corporate world in terms of chairing a major bank, right? I think First Bank. And then we saw her finish that era of her life. And then at that point, at the echelon of that career, like living as at the head of the bank that did very well, what we think, what else do you have to offer, right? Especially in an age where there's social media, there's podcast, how can you stand out? She did something very beautiful. She unpacked all that wealth of experience she had gathered and began to connect with young people, with women in business, in finance, in corporate world, and began to unpack her experiences on helping them to navigate life. So she has built a career, and from that she's helping people find light by her speaking engagements, right? And you will see how authentic she is when she begins to talk about how she managed finance, how she managed business, how she managed the home. And that is someone that has remained relevant even up until now. So for me, one of the things is that you want to stay original with what you've always believed. You don't have to change what you've believed. The only difference is the strategy and the way in which you provide what you believe to people on how it can be of value to them. So the way you probably sold it in 1960 is not the way you sell it now, but you can still maintain the product. We can always look at one of the best products of all time. Look at Coca-Cola. The product has been the same, right? They've had Coca-Cola diets, less sugar, but it's been Coca-Cola. My point is that the product has remained the same, but the means of delivery has changed over time, has evolved. So I think this is where people make a mistake. They feel in order to remain relevant, they have to change what they've always preached, what they've always said. No, your message has to remain original. So first question of finding yourself authentically is, what is my message to the world? What is my message? What's my central message? For example, someone like me now, one of my central messages to the world is how to attain clarity. I'm using that clarity to become an effective person by making informed decisions and using that to break the shackles of poverty in your life and in the lives of people around you. So first is that through clarity, you can become an effective individual. And in being effective, you can make informed decisions. And through your decisions, you can break the backbone and shackles of poverty and liberate yourself and those around you. Now, how I'm going to disseminate that message might come in different ways, but the message should remain the same. So tomorrow, if somebody comes out with a message that looks enticing, I shouldn't try to now say, oh, my message is not selling again, I want to change it and join this group. No, what I should be looking at is, okay, how can I reinvent what I'm saying, still remain authentic, but bring it in such a way that the generation that has come can relate with that message, as long as it remains important and valuable to them. I don't know if I made sense.
Speaking about relevance, you made mention of it. My heart just went straight to relevance. Is it possible to just be relevant and still not have that voice that you're looking for? And then can you have the voice and literally not be as relevant as if a lot of people, but you're making impact in your little space?
Yeah.
So please.
So we're talking about relevance. We're not talking about relevance in terms of people, everybody knowing you. Relevance is most important in respect or regard to connecting with the people that need your message, not necessarily with a large following. That's not what relevance is. Relevance is the ability to connect value to the people that need it most, and they see it as important and they stay connected to you. So whether it's a small ecosystem of people that are 50, if it's 50 people that need your message, for example, a teacher that teaches a class of 20 students, right, every term is relevant in what she does to those students, right? Over a period of time, she probably teach 200 people, depending on the sets that come and for the period of time. But she's relevant to those people because she's been able to connect with her audience, with the people that primarily need her message. So relevance is not about the number of following at the end of the day. Relevance is being able to connect value with the people that need it, with the people that need your message, with the people that need to hear what you have to offer. That's what relevance is all about. So if it's that 1 million people need to hear you, great. Most important thing is that you put it at a place where they can all access it. But most importantly, that the people that need your message can find it and connect with what you have to say or your product, whatever you do.
Amazing.
Yes.
And one thing I would like to add with, I personally believe that relevance is birthed from a place of consistency.
Yes.
In mastery.
Yes, I agree.
So, because like you made mention of something, and I just thought about, it's possible to just be relevant once and stop. Is it possible to have relevance? Is the word relevance fit enough to?
Well, I won't call that relevance. I'll just call it maybe a social buzz for a period of time that dissipates. Because relevance, for you to say you are relevant, means there must have been consistency, traction, for a period of time that has established and etched your name in the hearts of people for a given area of expertise over a period of time. So that means you must have been churning out content, churning out products, churning out something over a period of time that people have come and established you as a household name with something. That's relevant. But there are people that have social buzz, that they have like a viral effect for a while. Everybody knows them for something.
But isn't that impact? They can impact on people and then just snap out.
I think we're mistaking impact for virality. I don't know if there's a word like that, because impact is being able to make an indelible mark in the life of a person that spurs them to do something that transforms their life. So it's making, I think
that answers it.
Yeah. So impact is not necessarily what you do to that. It's not necessarily how you make me feel. It's how what you made me feel makes me do certain things, like the resultant effect of what
actions.
The actions that follow what you make me feel. That's impact. So if after hearing you, I don't take any corresponding action, you can't say there is an impact. Corresponding action is what bets impact at the end of the day.
I had another question, but this has just it took me out.
I know. I took some wisdom juice from you.
Wow.
So I've been serving. How does it feel to be served your own dish? Like
it's HOT.
Oh, hot! Wow. Why did you just say hot? Why did you not? Can you just say hot, for crying out loud? You're making me work my brain.
Goodness. Okay, so I think I remember the question. You made mention of ensuring that how you make relevance is to ensure that the audience that is meant for what you're saying connects to you.
Yes.
So how do you identify your audience?
Fantastic. I think most of the time you have to identify the problem. The problem always has close nexus to the audience. because the problem and the audience, most times people don't really know what they want till they find it. It's when they see that they realize, oh, they want this. So rather than focus so much on the audience, what you want to focus on is what problem does this thing I want to bring out solve. There will always be people are always connected to problems. So that problem automatically identifies, in solving that problem, it automatically identifies its audience. For example, let's use the social media thing. Like, one of the most prominent social media platforms that came out was Facebook, right? And one of the things Mark Zuckerberg wanted was that he saw that people had a challenge going on dates, being able to be bold enough to ask a date out, to connect with people around their space. They were shy, they couldn't meet a large spectrum of people, and he just thought, okay, why don't we set up a platform where people can connect with people, connect to the community network, right? And not have that problem of being able to build up so much confidence that by the time you are sitting behind a screen, it's easier for you to connect with someone and then build that into a physical conversation or interaction. He identified the problem. Now, in identifying and solving that problem, it attracted its audience. People from different parts of the world began to hear it, connect with it, and then that built a following. And in building a following, in consistently solving that problem and improving on it, we've seen traction that has kept him relevant. And then relevance also is also being able to serve the generation in the language they will understand over a period of time. Because the language that the generation of the millennials, our generation, spoke is different from the language that the Gen Zs are speaking.
I agree. A lot.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is which brings me back to Ibuka Wishka, is that you have to understand that whatever you're serving, over a period of time, your message should remain the same, but your strategy and the means of how you churn it out should change and evolve. That's why companies like Nokia, BlackBerry dissipated from the market, because what they didn't understand was that systems were evolving and they were not ready to evolve. And the companies that chose to evolve, like Samsung and Apple, have remained relevant. They're serving what they've always served: mobile technology that helps people all across the world connect. But how they serve it has evolved over the years. That has kept them relevant. And what's relevant is that you stay in the heart of your audience at every given point in time. That anytime they think about anytime they think about connecting with your product, a product that is in your industry line, is you that comes to mind first. You know, it's just like that search engine when you click on Google search and you want to search for something, you search. The first set of recommendations that pop up, those are the relevant ones, because they are the top tier of the person's mind. Whenever they think about that means you've rented you say your brand is living rent free in the heart of those that you need it to live. Why? Because you keep churning out things that have connected with them in the language they've understood over years.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm in my solemn meditation mode.
That's what clarity does for you, baby. It brings you into that place where you self-reflect and you just come into peace. It brings you into. See, that's what we talk about noise, right? You can't make informed decision from a place of noise.
I agree.
You can't think critically in a noisy area. That's why sometimes I have problem with certain songs that are too clouded with unnecessary noise. If you check it, right, most of the greatest geniuses of all time, check it and don't take my word for it, subjective, highly subjective opinion, but most of them were people that their favorite genre of music was classical music. You would notice, like the Beethovens and all of them, you would notice that there was something that classical music did for them. It gave them the opportunity to come into that solemn state where they could think critically, where they could quieten their mind so that they could find their inner voice that they could bring out that the world would appreciate. Because truly, let me tell you, there's something Mark Zuckerberg said one time that I don't know why I've been referencing, maybe I'm in that space, but he said in a commencement speech that he gave at Harvard years ago, he said, anything you want to do, any brand that will sell for today, is that you have to go into the future to bring it to today. That means you have to go into the future and bring it. So how can I go into the future? That means I have to go in. That means you don't have a competition. You're not trying to look for what others are doing and trying to say, okay, I want to make it better. No, it's that you are going into that space, even if it might look like the same, but it will be original because you are going into a realm where others have not gotten into, and you are betting something that has not existed. That's what makes you a disruptor. That's what makes you a pace setter. But to get into that space, you have to be quiet from where everybody is speaking different things to where you can find your inner voice that can bring out your uniqueness that the world will appreciate.
Okay. Well, I like the fact that you said it's subjective, highly subjective. So we will not stay on this.
So are you trying to say that? Are you saying that you have a dissenting opinion?
No. Okay. Who am I?
You are the emperor, the conqueror, the lion is here.
No, but I mean, this has been really engaging. This topic, it has sparked up a lot of questions and thoughts in my mind. Okay, so there's a particular question I would like to ask. When you spoke now concerning addressing people that have a voice already.
Yes.
Right. And then you made mention of the problem. Like when you identify, you don't have to search for the audience. You just know your problem, and the problem automatically attracts the audience.
Yes.
Right. So now, can you in lay terms define what this problem is to viewers who are possibly, maybe they are young scholars, they're just trying to get their wings around the whole purpose thing and my voice thing and all that? Can you define your problem?
So generally, that's a very wide question that I don't think anybody can. I don't know those days when we entered university and you maybe are doing sociology, they'll say sociology is a study that cannot be fully explained, but based on certain scholars, they will now begin to reference, and then at the end of the day, they will summarize with, but it is still a wild subject that is still, I think they use evolving. School of thought. Yeah?
The school of thought.
Yes, school of thought. Yes, so your school of thought, they will never arrive at the conclusion.
No, but they'll just tell you, so pick your own.
Yes, exactly.
The one that works for you.
So let me borrow and lean on the sages that have gone ahead of me to say that identifying a problem is a very wide scope. But let me attempt to share my school of thought. Now, I think that clearly a problem is a need in the life of a person that in solving it enhances what we do, makes us more effective, makes us more fulfilled, makes us more alive. So, and it differs in various spaces. For example, a need can be putting food in my belly, good food. Not just good food that nourishes my body and makes me healthy, right? That's a need. Another need can be moving me from one place to another, transportation. Another need can be making me look good, clothing me well, so much so that beyond just clothing me, I was talking to a fashion designer one time that needed a clarity session. I was telling him that is the experience at the end of the day that people buy, not the product.
I agree.
The experience. How your product makes them feel, because long after they've engaged with your product or they've worn it's the impression that product give out. Like when I wear your clothes, when I wear your garment, what was the feedback? How did it make me feel in walking, in carrying that myself, in that aura, in that ambience?
And aside from this, also the experience is not just the aftermath of after they make the clothes.
Yes.
It is during the procedure, in the conversations with you, understanding your needs.
Yes.
And then also ensuring that even if they make mistake or they relapse, that they have the character.
Yes.
To ensure that they will still keep you in that space and still make you excited even if they are behind timeline. So the experience is, I'm just trying to add on it. The experience is not just the outside, the outward,
the aftermath of the garment. The process that led to it.
The experience is the start, the intro, and then the
process that led to
the aftermath.
You sound like you have been pained and you have been let's not go into
pained about what?
About maybe one of these fashion designers have shown you shege.
Oh no, please. By showing shege, don't say fashion designers. They are tailors.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, while
There
for
are
all
two
the tailors
different.
out there.
No, and again, it depends on their perspective. It's a perceived quality, to be frank.
Yes.
Like, and that is why when you have a business that matters to you, I truly believe that if a business matters to you, in the sense that you want to create a need to help, you want to create an answer,
a niche
to help people.
Yeah.
I feel that if your priority is the people, you would try your possible best, even if it means to upskill, even if it means to have interpersonal skills. You would do that to ensure that at the end of the day, beyond the material, beyond the clothes, I don't want to lose the person.
Yes. I just said something that captures a very important area of transacting with people, or transacting generally, is that it's not about what you do, it's the people you serve that is most important. It informs everything. The people. Every product that have stood the test of time, I've studied businesses that have stood for 100 years, that have evolved, is that they were people-centered. They were about building the lives of people, connecting with people, solving their problems, improving their lives. And that's why you see a lot of businesses in Africa don't stay long, because we are more profit-oriented than people-oriented.
I agree.
And we are not people-oriented, your business will not last. Which brings me back to the problem, right? So at the core of, I like to call, there are 3 P's, right? And they go in certain order. First, people. Second, problem. Third, profit. So first, people. You have to identify that I want to help people, and in helping people, I want to solve a problem. Then in solving that problem, I'll make profits that sustains serving the people. So it's a circle, it's a loop, an endless loop. Is that the profit is not just, yes, as much as it's to help me, make me comfortable, help me get a good house and all, but it's to serve the people. So that means even in the business I'm doing, I keep asking myself, how can I improve what I'm doing to serve the people better? How can I increase the experience of the people? Which brings me back to what I was saying when I was telling that fashion designer, that it's the experience people buy, not the product. In everything, it's the experience. What did your product, how did it make them feel? Did it make them feel happy, cared for, respected? Because there are certain things that when identifying problems, you have to identify the needs of people. There are 5 major things people look out for in engaging with anything, including what we're talking about now. There are 5 things people are trying to connect with. Are you ready for it?
Roll it.
1, respect. People want to be respected, which is tied to their reputation, right? 2, after being respected and seen, people want to be loved. There's that inner craving in everybody that they want to be seen, they want to be loved, and it has a close nexus with respect. Right?
I was going to say that.
So people want to be loved, and you can say, oh, people want to be appreciated. People want recognition beyond respect. They want to be recognized for something. So, for example, someone comes to a restaurant, right? And you say, oh, welcome to our restaurant, glad to see you. And then you take their details, and then maybe you send them a message on their birthday. Wow, you were in the pool of people, you recognized me enough to know my birthday and wish me happy birthday. Or you like, which is what some people, which over time maybe it has become normal. But I remember those days where you get a mail and it will be personalized in your name, and you're like, wow, they wrote a mail to me in a pool of people. People want to be recognized. So it's very important that experience. So even in wearing this clothes, why I love to wear that, I love to deal with this fashion designer, is that he makes clothes that gives me that recognition, that when I come into the room, people notice that I'm in the room. So it's not about the clothes, it's the experience that the clothes brings. Even while you go to a particular restaurant to eat, it's the experience the restaurant gives you. They recognize you, they respect you. They make good food to show you that they love you. They love
even
your
on your
appetite.
birthday and you come to visit them, they play a happy birthday, and then they make the staff come around you and then sing. It's just,
Do you understand? Thirdly, is that beautiful. They help you identify or connect with your vision. Everybody wants a place that can further accentuate their vision, because everybody wants to have a sense of meaning. So everybody wants a product that gives them a sense of meaning, a sense of air, that they mean something, that they can be they can be beyond recognition, that they matter in a particular way. They can be recognized for something, right? I don't want to use the word recognition, I don't sound repetitive, but everybody wants a sense of meaning beyond recognition, because you can recognize someone, but that doesn't mean they have meaning. So everybody wants something or a product that accentuates, and you don't have to meet all five, but you have to see how you can enhance a couple of these things, right? So everybody wants to have a sense of meaning. Everybody wants a product that helps them become more profitable and productive. So, for example, I wear a particular cloth and I know it makes me strike deals better. I eat a particular food and it makes me energized to be effective. I listen to this podcast and it gives me ideas that makes me a more informed individual and more productive person. So everybody wants that product that makes them more profitable, more effective, more productive. That is why social media sells a lot, because on social media people can put their brands and be productive and make money for themselves. So that is why it's a high net worth driven, you understand, experience. So I talked about respect, love, recognition, meaning, and profit. I've actually said,
okay, that's profit. We didn't know
productive.
Yes, mention of
so yes,
profit.
I said so.
We just didn't know it was
Yes.
part of it.
Yes, so like I said, productive. Yes, everybody wants something that accentuates them in terms of being productive and become profitable. So these five things, when businesses can connect with, they respect you enough, they love you, they recognize you, they give you a sense of meaning that connects with your vision, and most importantly, they make you productive. That when you can connect with your problem solving, can connect with these five things. Yes.
Productive and profits, are they the same?
Yes, that's why I said they are in the same line.
Productive.
Okay, profitable.
Productive.
Yes.
And profitable.
Yes.
Are they the same thing?
They're not the same thing, but they share a close nexus. They're neighbors. So there is no way I can be productive and not be profitable, because being productive means that there's execution. You said potential, that's different, because potential is that I have the capacity, but I have not put it out there.
Are you even listening? Are you listening?
I'm feeling hot.
When I thought I was going
it's getting harder in here. Sorry.
Don't lose your train of thought.
Okay, yeah.
It's getting what?
Like hotter in this room, in this space.
Wow.
Oh Lord, the holy side of me enters back into me. That was the unsanctified side of me that remembered some songs I used to sing in the old days. Blood of Jesus. So back to what we're saying. So it's like potential is that you've not come out to execute it, but productivity is that you've actually executed something. Because you can't be said to be productive if you have not shown workings. So you have shown something, right? That makes you. Yeah. My workings.
Okay, we're getting there.
So you show workings, then that now makes you profitable. That means because that's what you have put out there now becomes a tool of trade that can be exchanged.
Okay.
Right? And profit, when we talk about profit, let me say this finally, it's not just about money. Profit is not just money. It's that there are various values of exchange. In profitable is that you can earn a high net worth relationship. Individual that can change your life by what you do. So that's profit. Is that you have influence. You have a voice that by just coming in, or anytime you're associated with anything, people engage with it. That's profitable too. So when we talk about profit, let's not just think about money in the bank. That's an aspect of being profitable. But relationships, influence is being profitable, right? More information, more wisdom is being profitable.
Okay. All right. I think we have digested.
I think this conversation has become very rich.
Yes.
But I just want to say this as we wrap up. I think we're wrapping up now. As we finalize on both sides, is we talk about finding your true self.
Okay, so I think I'm the one leading this.
But I want to ask you, because you have been asking me questions.
True or false? No, wait.
Sure. I want to ask you a question. Where you are the one leading conversation.
Managa.
Okay.
True or false?
True.
Okay, so I have not finished. You want to help me? Now you go tell me when to wrap up.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Okay, so now, I want to ask you this question for, we've just talked about people finding their voice, how to identify their problems, how to know their audiences, how to give the experience and not just the product.
Yes.
Now, how about someone who is on their path, they found their voice, they're on their path, but they are strained from staying there. They are looking for the things that can spark them up again to keep up. Right where they are now, they are just plateauing on a level.
Yes.
And maybe it is the plateauing there that has made it boring for them. They have given them the lack of energy to keep up.
Yeah.
But what would you tell them? What are the words you would give them to energize them back? To telling them that aside this place, you can move forward, and you can move forward with excitement.
Okay.
Right. So yes.
Thank you very much for that question. I think that was the question I actually wanted to ask you. So you just took it right out of my mouth. So
now I'm excited.
First of all, which is what I'm going, and I might sound like a broken record, but I'll still repeat it.
Please don't break this record.
Is that what you have is enough? What you have, because that's what makes people lose their voice themselves and get drowned in the noise. They feel over a period of time that what they have is not enough, so they feel they have to do something different, something trendy, to make what they are doing look more good or look better. So they throw what they have already, right? One of the things that Jesus illustrated that is a timeless truth, when he asked the boy, he always asks, what do you have in your hands, right? What he multiplied, the 5 loaves and 2 fishes, right? He asked 2 fish, sorry. Yeah. 2 fish. It was, what do you have in your hand? What do you have? So the question is, what you have in your hand, like you talked about the other time, save a jar of oil, right? When the woman said, what do you have in your house? He said, nothing save a jar of oil. That jar of oil was enough to be multiplication. So what you have is enough. So it's not what you have that is the problem, it's the vessel. So the question now is, what you have is enough, but maybe you are feeling stuck because you are serving it in old containers. And Jesus said you can't serve new wine in old wineskin, it will burst. Which means what you have is always new, it's renewed, it's new. But maybe what you're serving it is an old wineskin. So what you want to look at is your strategy. What you're serving or what you have that is enough, is it connecting with the people of this generation?
Sorry, can I
the language that they understand?
Here?
Yes. Yes, please break me. Cut me in. Shatter me. Go ahead.
You spoke about knowing your strategy in a time and season like this.
Yes.
And we know this time and season, social media, you.
Yes.
Now, is it possible to, because now, and you also said, don't follow the trends.
Yes.
How then can you really find out? Somebody said something, I saw it on Instagram, on one platform there, and she said that she did a trend. They told her to do a trend based on her product she wanted to sell out. And she did the trend, but she hasn't posted it out. Why? It doesn't tally with her values. It doesn't tally with her beliefs. She knows that if she puts that thing up, she said her pastor would first of all, when they see it, they'll first of all send a question. What is going on? Is everything okay?
Yes.
So it's still in her archives, sitting there pretty. It is perfect. It is the trendy thing. It is what is happening now. But it didn't align with her values.
Yes.
And so she didn't post that. How would you now help people out there? Because you've just said use strategy following the timing of this particular era, which we already know it has to be online.
Yes, no, definitely it has to be online. And it was not an absolute statement in saying don't follow trends. No, don't jump on every trend. That's actually specific. Don't jump on every trend. And you answer the question. Don't jump on trends, one, because they are trendy. So don't jump on trends that don't align with your values, right? Especially when they are outside your scope of value and they silence and diminish your uniqueness. You don't have to. That's what I was trying to say. So social media is not a trend, it's a platform. It's a difference. It's a platform to accentuate your voice, accentuate your brand. It's not possible, sir. It's impossible that you're doing something now and you're not using technology and social media. It's just absurd. It won't scale.
Oh, by the way, there are people like that.
No, it depends.
That explains the new wine, the old wine skin.
Yes, but like, no, there are people that think, but there are some things that is okay probably not to put on social media, because maybe what you're serving does not need that level of traction or scope or scalability. But if you are someone that wants to put out products that will scale on a large proportion and all, you most likely will need social media.
This has been an amazing and insightful conversation, right, babe?
Yes.
Please don't forget to like, subscribe, press the notification button, and also leave a comment for us. We would love to communicate with you there, right? So,
till we see you on the next one, stay awesome.
Stay alert and keep finding your voice, and find your voice
in a noisy world.
in a nice wow.